Hello everybody, hope all of you are well, and today I will start the chapter study of compounds, that is the nitric acid. We have already completed the study of HCl gas and ammonia gas, and in your syllabus there is two acids, one is nitric acid, another is sulfuric acid. So today we will discuss nitric acid. So you know the molecular formula of nitric acid. What is the molecular formula? That will be HNO3. Now first we want to draw the structure of this HNO3. So what will be the structure? What will be the central atom here? Definitely the nitrogen will be the central atom. So the structure will be like this. Six electron here, 4 electron here. So this bond is coordinate bond. And these bonds are covalent bonds. All bonds are covalent except one coordinate bond. So in nitric acid structure, okay, there the valency of nitrogen is 4, okay, and the total 3 oxygen atom is attached with nitrogen and 1 H is attached with hydrogen. This H will break forming H plus and it will show the acidic property. Now you know the alchemist. Now alchemists in 8th century they knew about it, and they used this acid, okay, for dissolving the metal like silver, and they generally use nitric acid, okay, for separating silver from a mixture of silver and gold. And they also called this acid as aqua fortis. Aqua fortis means strong water. Now, if we think about the occurrence of nitric acid does not occur freely in nature. However, traces of nitric acids are formed in the atmosphere during the lightning discharge. Nitrogen during lightning discharge will react with oxygen forming nitric oxide. So here temperature is very high, okay. At higher temperature you can understand the lightning, what temperature will be there. Generally nitrogen gas is inert, will not react, so during lightning only at that temperature it will form nitric oxide, and this nitric oxide again will react with the oxygen present in the air or atmosphere forming nitrogen dioxide. This nitrogen dioxide will react with water and oxygen forming nitric acid. Okay, so if I write the reaction, then you can easily understand that during lightning in the atmosphere, nitrogen will react with oxygen. Okay, lightning. It will form twice N. That is called nitric oxide. This nitric oxide will again react with the oxygen present in the atmosphere. Okay, and forming the nitrogen dioxide. It is balanced 2 to 4 balanced, and this nitrogen dioxide will react with water and oxygen forming nitric acid. So here we have to take 4NO2 and twice H2, it will form 4HNO3. So in this way the nitric acid will be formed in the rain. That is why rain water, okay, contains traces of nitric acid. In case of acid rain also we will get nitric acid, and nitric acid also formed in this way. Hope you can understand. Next we will directly go to the syllabus, and in your syllabus the first is the laboratory preparation. Laboratory preparation. Laboratory preparation of nitric acid. So, what to take during laboratory preparation of nitric acid? We have to take one salt. Okay. Generally, the nitrate salt may be sodium nitrate or maybe potassium nitrate. Okay. And we have to distill the mixture of this salt, nitrate salt, with concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. So the main reactants are, we can think about potassium nitrate. Okay. Potassium nitrate is also called nitrar or Bengal saltpeter. And if we take sodium nitrate, then it is called Chile saltpeter. So the reaction is NaNO3 will react with sulfuric acid. That sulfuric acid is concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. And here the temperature we have to maintain not greater than 200, less than 200 degrees centigrade. Then it will produce nitric acid, HNO3. Plus there will be formation of sodium bisulfate, NaHSO. Okay, this is the main reaction that you have to understand. Next, we will discuss the laboratory setup. What type of setup is required for the preparation of nitric acid? Okay, so here the setup should be made of purely glass apparatus. If I draw the diagram, then you can understand. So first we have to take one stand. And with this stand, we have to take one glass apparatus. This is specially made for the preparation of nitric acid, that is called retort. Okay. The shape will be like this. Now, inside this retort, we have to take the mixture of this sodium nitrate and concentrated sulfate. So here we will take the mixture of sodium nitrate and concentrated sulfuric acid. Now here this one is one metal net. Okay. And heating apparatus is also required, so here we have to put one Bunsen burner. That will generate heat, and we have to heat this mixture near about 200 degree centigrade. Okay. So next we have to put this apparatus inside another round bottom flask that is also made of glass. Okay. Now, when we apply heat, there will be formation of nitric acid vapor, and so here this hot vapor or fumes will come inside it. And just above it we have to place one tap. This one is one tap from where cold water will flow. And here will be one container to collect the cold water. So cold water will come in this way. And here also one stand is required to clamp it. Now what will happen? Because of this cold water, it will condense the nitric acid vapor. Okay, and we will get the liquid HNO3, liquid nitric acid. Liquid nitric acid. And this apparatus is called retort. Okay. Now the end of this outlet will go to the sink. So in this way we can prepare nitric acid in the laboratory. So again I am repeating the process what we are doing here. First we have taken the 1:1 mixtures by weight of sodium nitrate and concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so all our glass apparatus we have taken in a retort, there is a glass apparatus. Then what we are doing, we slowly heat this reaction mixture. The heating should not be more than 200 degrees centigrade. Okay, and the glass retort whose end, okay, will enter into the receiver flask, round bottom flask. Okay, and here a stream of cold water is there to condense it. And here the mixture, that means reaction mixture will be heated around 180 but not above 200 degrees centigrade. Regarding the collection of the vapor of nitric acid formed are condensed by this cold water coming from the tap and will be collected into this glass apparatus or glass receiver, or you can tell it the round bottom glass. Next we want to discuss the identification. The liquid obtained here, how to understand this one is nitric acid. So here we have to take little amount of liquid in a test tube. Then we have to add some copper turnings. Okay, and if we apply heat, then what will happen? It will give reddish brown vapors. So that is nothing but nitrogen dioxide, which turns the acidified ferrous sulfate solution brown. So in this way we can easily identify the nitric acid. Understand? Next we will discuss, if we think about the pure nitric acid. Pure nitric acid should be colorless, but whenever we observe the nitric acid kept in the laboratory for long time, it is slightly yellowish or brownish color. Why? This is due to the presence of some dissolved NO2 gas, that is nitrogen dioxide gas. It may be formed by the partial decomposition of nitric acid. So if you decompose nitric acid, that will also generate NO2 gas. Okay. So by this decomposition of nitric acid, there will be formation of NO2 gas, and that NO2 gas will form some color. Okay, in the nitric acid solution. Actually, pure nitric acid is colorless. Now, how to remove this color, yellow color of the nitric acid in nitric acid water? Okay. So we can remove this color by bubbling the dry air through the acid, okay, or we can use carbon dioxide. Actually, what will happen, that dissolved NO2 will be oxidized to nitric acid. Otherwise, we can dilute it by water, okay, then this NO2 will react with water forming acid and the color will be removed. Okay, so in this way we can remove this color. That is very important. Now, regarding this laboratory preparation of nitric acid, what precautions we have to take here? That is very important. First of all, apparatus should be made of glass in the laboratory preparation of nitric acid, because if we take some rubber or cork material here to stop it, okay, it will react with rubber and cork. Okay, so generally, as nitric acid attacks the rubber or cork material, so it is not generally used. So whole apparatus should be made of glass. Next precaution, that concentrated HCl we are not using in place of concentrated sulfuric acid. Why? Because if we take concentrated HCl, it is volatile, it will be collected with the nitric acid vapor. And if we are taking concentrated sulfuric acid, we know that sulfuric acid being a non-volatile acid and its boiling point is very high, so it will not vaporize easily. So it will not go to the reaction mixture of the collection where nitric acid gas is collected. Okay. So with nitric acid there will be no H2SO4 vapor, because this sulfuric acid is not volatile. Next precaution, we have to take the molar ratio. Molar ratio of the salt, that is if you take the chili saltpeter, okay, that is the sodium nitrate, and the concentrated acid, that ratio we have to take 1:1. So we know that sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. So why we are taking this? This is because one of the acid is used up. We are doing the reaction. We look at the reaction, that is NaNO3 is reacting with sulfuric acid concentrate, forming HNO3 plus NaHSO4. So here one hydrogen, okay, remains unreacted. So here one hydrogen remains unreacted. Okay. So that is why we have to take the ratio of NaNO3 and sulfuric acid 1:1. Okay. Then full NaNO3 will react with the sulfuric acid to form the nitric acid. Hope you can understand. Another very important thing, that is the reaction mixture should not be heated above 200 degrees. Why? Because glass apparatus may damaged. This is one cause. There may be decomposition of nitric acid. If we write the reaction, then you can understand that 4HNO3 will, if we apply heat, that will decompose. There will be formation of nitrogen dioxide gas plus oxygen gas plus there will be formation of water. Now we have to balance it, that 4NO2 and the oxygen will be only one, okay, one oxygen molecule, and water will be twice H2. And here temperature when we are applying greater than 200 degrees centigrade. So nitric acid will decompose to NO2, O2 and H2. Another very important thing is there, if we apply heat more than 200 degrees, here we are using the temperature less than 200 degrees centigrade. If we apply heat more than 200, then there will be formation of sodium sulfate, and sodium sulfate form a hard cast and it will stick to the glass apparatus. Then it is very difficult to remove from this glass apparatus. So that is why it is not done, that the heating is not done above 200 degrees centigrade. So it is generally done below 200 degrees centigrade. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss one very important thing, that nitric acid is a very good oxidizing agent. Okay, and there are another method for preparation of nitric acid, that is called Ostwald process for preparation of nitric acid. So I think time is over. So today up to this, okay, and next day we will discuss the another method that is generally done in large scale, okay, industrial preparation, that is the preparation of nitric acid. Okay, so today up to this, thank you.